Hello, I hope you're having a great start to your week. And today I want to talk to you about you express what you focus on. This is something that has really become so apparent in my own life. What I'm focusing on is what I'm expressing more and more. And if you've been following along with my journey, I have committed to doing 30 days of raw plant-based food. So I started really, I suppose I started transitioning into this over the past couple of months, really. And it wasn't something that I was thinking of going into having, all raw foods. But anyway, I've been doing the medical medium work and I've been following the liver rescue. So I've done the liver rescue. I've done it twice now. Yeah, twice with my members of Energy is Your Currency membership. And that has been really great to actually prepare your body and your liver to actually really let go of a lot of it's not just about like letting go of toxins and density, but it's actually about being able to open up and activate your body and your body's full potential. Like you see in the back, I have a picture, well, it's a kind of diagram of the meridians. And this is something that I am really passionate about, really being able to prepare your body and cultivate your body as the vehicle for your fullest expression to come through, and also for your consciousness to keep on expanding and to keep up leveling your life. And this isn't just like one area. Obviously, working on the body really starts to knock on to every area, because when you work on specifically clearing like your liver, so when you do the plant-based diet and you do the medical medium protocols, and then you actually start to transition into the more raw foods, you actually really open up your body's ability to operate at the best level, and that your cells will actually regenerate, not just your liver, but obviously your whole entire body. And this has a knock-on effect in your whole life, because it helps to improve your mental clarity, it raises your energy, it helps you, like when you clear your liver, and that's a consistent practice. It's not like you're doing it and then you're going to start really going back to old habits. You're going to start using this as a lifestyle practice. And so the more that you feel the benefits of it, the more you're motivated to do it. And it starts to create this lovely momentum and this upward cycle. And then what that does is it helps you to get really clear on what you're doing, because your liver is actually your planning organ in Chinese medicine. So when you actually have the space opened in your liver, and that's an ongoing practice, that your the way that you're eating, the way that you're consuming your foods, all of this is actually designed to support your liver function, and that in turn supports all of your body. And this has been something that I have been pursuing for many years, and it hasn't been until I actually got to this point now of where I am right now and really activating my body's fullest potential that I'm feeling the best I've ever felt. Before, I was always struggling. That, for me anyway, personally, my liver has always been the organ that's like flared up the most, and that's been a huge motivator for me to take all these action steps and to be very committed, because my body is always communicating to me, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. So it's like, for me, it's a real whole being approach, because it has an impact on all areas of your life, in terms of your relationships, your communication, everything. When you start to create that movement in your body, it's like your body is 70% water. When you start to create that movement, it naturally starts to open out into all the areas of your life. So it's like, as your body starts to open up more and more and more, as your cells start to regenerate, and you start to feel that like real aliveness in your body, then you have the energy and you have the desire to tackle all the areas of your life, things that you may be avoiding, even areas of like, where, say, for example, maybe your relationships might be stagnant, or maybe you have very unhealthy practices around your finances and handling your money. So all these areas really start to, become clearer and clearer as you become clearer. because every part of you is interconnected. And so I came on here last Friday and I was talking about I really kind of hit a wall, just like, not like mentally, because I'm very, like, when I get my mind on something, I'm, that's it. I'm like quite focused, and I won't deviate. So Friday I woke up really, really sick, just absolutely, oh my gosh, like, ugh, it was just like, I just felt like my whole body was purging, and it just felt so uncomfortable. And it was like, at that moment, I could have just gone, do you know what? I'm just going to go backwards, and I'm going to start taking in more heavier foods. And I've done that in the past where I've had those experiences, but not knowing, that your body, like, you move through it. And it's like, that wave of like moving from fear to trust is like the fear comes in because the symptoms are like, oh, you feel uncomfortable, you feel like just you don't feel yourself. And it is uncomfortable to move through that. But I just basically rode that wave that day and just listened to what my body was asking for, and just had very minimal food actually that day. And then the next day I actually was like absolutely feeling just like my stomach settled, everything felt normal, and I felt good again, and that's the process of this journey of shedding out the layers of what's in your body. So it's like there's like waves of heaviness and toxicity and whatever stuff that we've encountered in our environment. And by actually clearing that out, actually you create the space for your body to do its own thing and to do its own healing, its own self-regeneration. When you actually have so much in your system, it's very hard for your body to do that. And so then you're actually in a process of illness is being formed in your body, or your body it's not like as vibrant as it used to be, and you're experiencing a decline in your energy, even though you might be taking lots of stimulants, things like caffeine, to create that energy that you need to be able to do the things that you want to do in your day. So I'm all about being able to raise your energy naturally without caffeine, but to do so in a way that's very safe and supported, because I've kind of experimented on my own system, on my own body, and the feedback that I get, and I've learned that it's like you can't just run into this. You have to prepare yourself. It's like anything. You can't jump off into it and expect yourself to feel well. Like I've done that, and I say I came out on the Friday very quickly, whereas say if you're used to not, you're eating heavier foods, you're eating lots of foods that create like lots of acid in your body, you eat a lot of meat, you eat a lot of dairy, well then you're not going to do it that way. You're going to have to transit over, and it has to be done in a very supported way, so that you're actually preparing your liver to actually receive what's going to be released. And so then you can like move through it quickly, and it's not as uncomfortable. It's not without discomfort, absolutely, I'm not going to say that. But once you know what's happening, it's very easy for you to just move through it quicker and have techniques to not suppress your body, but to keep that opening process going. So yeah, that's my exploration right now. And I'm just talking about like you express what you focus on. And what's been a very key ingredient in my success of staying on this journey is being able to be around people and converse with people who are on this path and experiencing this and are fired up to create that change. And it can be hard when you are around, say, friends and family who aren't following that, and it can feel like you're the odd one out. And so this is why I've been focusing on the theme of regenerating your energy for this summer. And over in my membership, Energy is Your Currency membership. So over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be diving deep into regenerating our energy using nutrition, plant-based nutrition, and obviously everyone's at different stages. So some people are still having meat, some people are completely off caffeine, everyone's at different stages, and it's like it's holding that space and supporting everyone to follow the next stage for them, because obviously you don't try and bypass, you actually have to go through the stages as they are, as in you don't do everything overnight, basically. And you kind of know that, but it can be hard sometimes when you don't have people in your environment to actually bounce these ideas off, and then that can feel like, oh, I just want to give up, and it's hard to maintain it, and it's hard to feel why you want to do it. Like, what are the actual benefits? It's very important to see other people who are having benefits so that you can be like, oh my gosh, this is what I can do. This is what relates back to my life. And then in turn, like, we're going to be focusing, just tweaking the different areas that are the kind of main facets of your life. Things like, upgrading your relationships and being able to clearly express who you are. So it's like, as you're focusing on your own growth and your own evolution, that naturally wants to come across into all areas. So in your relationships, your communication, what you're actually expressing, whether that's at home, whether that's in your job, what wants to come through you. Because often when you're on this path, it's very common that you want to express what you're learning. You want to create opportunities to share and to keep on that upward momentum. And so I have the space open, I have the doors open, should I say, to Energy is Your Currency membership today. And so over the next 6 weeks, we're going to be diving into this whole theme of regenerating your energy for this summer. And this is a great time because the heat is obviously it's not completely hot here now in Ireland, but it is warmer and it's easier to do these detoxification things at this time of the year because this is the season. We're in the summer, it's the fire element and everything is moving and growing, and it's that riding that wave, as opposed to having this time of the year where people are eating ice creams and drinking alcohol and doing all these things that, yes, you feel fantastic and amazing in the moment and it tastes so good and you feel on a great feeling from that experience, but what that does is it depletes your body. It robs you of your vitality over time. So what you're experiencing in the moment, you're depleting yourself, in that experience, but also you're depleting yourself for your future health. And so what I'm really about is creating a community of people who are dedicated to raising their energy, raising their consciousness, and expressing their fullest potential. And by expressing what you focus on, and when you're with other people who are also expressing that and you're seeing that, it just sparks that beautiful feeling of, yes, I can do this, and yes, I can move through my own barriers of resistance, and yes, I can move through my whatever barriers are showing up in my environment in terms of whatever I perceive to be a barrier. But obviously there's always a solution within every problem. So if you are resonating with this and you are really feeling that this is the path that you are wanting to go on and just want to go a little bit deeper and have that support of my guidance and also a community of others who are on this journey as well, click the link below this video. So I'll have the link which brings you to the full details of my membership, and I won't be opening up the doors for another while now because I'm focusing on my book and that's needing to be done and finished. That's in complete gestation at the moment, so I need to put a lot of effort in to get that completed. This is the only opportunity to join this summer. So not everyone's ready, but if you are, I'd love to see you join us. And yeah, just to go a bit deeper into this, because it's like there's so many layers of programming that are in our bodies and in our conditioning, in our mind, that just to have that support is like, it provides that scaffolding so that you can move into it and you can hold it yourself then, and you have it going forward. Yeah, it's just invaluable. So that's why I created this space, and it was something that I discovered, as I was working as the Girl Against Fluoride, just how, if you just keep focusing on the thing you don't want, you just keep getting more of that. So creating this space is my offering to the world, to be able to create a community of people who want to focus on expressing who they want to be and the change they want to see in their own selves, and really coming into their own self-government and self-responsibility, but doing so in a way that's very loving and nurturing and non-judgmental. It's not about this is good or this is bad. It's just, okay, this is where I am in my journey and I'm ready to take those next steps to evolve and to grow and to expand beyond what I feel is life. There's so much more for you to experience and for you to create through yourself, but it starts with you and it starts with your body. So that's why I have created this Regenerate Your Energy for Summer. So click the link. I'm just going to have it pinned in the video below. So click that. It brings you through to this, all the details. And if you have any questions, just send me a private message and I'll be happy to answer them and chat with you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day.